Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your 2023 Tarot Birth Card reading. This is going to be a reading for the people who are born under the Hierophant and the Temperance card. So I have posted a video on how to calculate your annual card. Now this is going to give you the overall energy for 2023. So if you've not done that, I suggest you go and check out this video and work it out, because that will be the main energy, which is obviously linked to this reading. So I'll leave your card here if you've not done it, so that you can just go and check it out and then come back. But I'm going to be looking at the 4 quarters of your year, so a bit different from the star signs reading I did. So first quarter to second, third and fourth quarter. And yeah, let's go about this. I'm going to give you 4 energies with the oracle, and then I will clarify with the tarot. So if you would like to connect with my deck, now is the time to take a couple of deep breaths. And by the way, I hope you are all doing well and that December has treated you well so far. So, what do my Aquarians born under the Hierophant and the Temperance cards need to hear for 2023, please? So the energy for your first quarter, which will be January, February, March, is Resistance, card 40. The second quarter, which will be April, May and June, we have Routine. Third quarter, July, August, September, Sacred Space. Notice how all your cards are in the 40s, by the way. And the fourth quarter, as I said that, it changes, obviously, we have Ghosts, card 20. Now let me clarify with the tarot. Alright, so with Resistance, we have big energy, the Hangman, Major Arcana. We also have the Five of Cups, not surprised to see it with Resistance, and the Four of Swords. Second quarter, we have the Queen of Swords with your Routine, the Temperance card, which is your card for some of you, and the Nine of Swords. Third quarter, with Sacred Space, we have the Two of Coins, the Fool energy, big energy, and the Five of Coins. And finally with Ghosts, we have the Knight of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Okay. So, first quarter, the energy of Resistance. Unsurprised to seeing this. The first thing I want to say, I mean the cards that explain it. 40 reduces to 4 obviously, is a number of stability. And as human beings, we are programmed to feel more comfortable in things that we know. It's our comfort zone. Anything that disturbs our day-to-day lives, anything that surprises us, we are kind of hardwired to be wary of it. You know, it comes from, you know, where our ancestors had to be very wary of big creatures eating them, basically. You had to be careful. So the energy of Resistance is an energy that we all embrace at some point in our lives, because we're in our comfort zone, it's comfortable. And the first quarter is going to be a bit challenging for you in that respect, because there's new energy trying to come in, and you're going to be trying to fight it. Not all of you, but that's the message I'm getting at the moment. You may also feel and that's for other people, if this energy doesn't apply, that there's resistance towards what you are trying to manifest. So it may not be you resisting, but it may be, it would feel like the universe is resisting you. It never is, by the way, but it may feel like that. And I see it because of the Hangman with the Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. The Hangman, a big energy, because it's a major arcana, talks about a period of limbo, but it's happening for a reason. It's your spirit team giving you that time to reflect on things and also to line things up for you. The Hangman talks about having to release something that we're not willing to release. The Hangman also sometimes called for a different point of view, a different perspective. He's hanging upside down and he's done it himself. So there may be a need to look at things from a different point of view, because that's going to help you change your direction if you're feeling that there's resistance towards what you're trying to manifest. It may well be that you need to look at things differently if you are hung up on something, because the Five of Cups, water energy, emotional realm, 5 is the energy of disruption, changes and challenges if you fight it. Now with the energy of resistance, I see a challenge, and it can range from anything that's challenging you emotionally, whether it be regrets, disappointments, holding on to some kind of pain that someone's afflicted on you, something that really hurt your feelings. It could be sadness, whatever it is, you'll know what I'm talking about when you feel it. But there is this energy of you need to release this. Okay, the Hangman is telling you need to release this, and it may take some time, and that's why the Hangman is here. It gives you that status quo, things not moving on until you've healed. The Four of Swords represents, well, there are layers to the cards, but the Four of Swords, 4 again is that energy of stability. It represents mental stability because it is air energy. It is about your thoughts, your views on the world, and also communication sometimes. So there is this idea of, getting to a point of mental stability so that you can move on if you have been really shaken. There may be the idea of healing with the Four of Swords, taking that time out to restore, to get yourself back to who you really are, to your core divine energy is what I'm hearing. So whether the resistance is coming from you or it's coming from outside and you feel that the world is resisting you, you're going to get those 3 months to turn this around. And obviously the message is, do not get hung up on sadness or if someone has wounded you, because, and I know it's not easy to hear, but when someone hurts you, do you think they're hurting? No, they're not, okay? They've moved on, but you're the one left with the pain. So it's very important to bear this in mind, because it's part of your healing to understand that you're doing this to yourself. The more you think about what happened, and you kind of, giving your power away. And I know it's so easy to say, not easy to do. Please do not think of me as insensitive. I've been there. But the Five of Cups is that energy of, do not let them have this effect on you, okay? Because this is all, it's coming from them, not from you. This is not your issue. You are part of it, but this is not, the problem is not with you, it's with them, is what I'm trying to say, if someone's hurt you. They just failed to recognize just, what a wonderful person you are, and that's fine. They can go away and then you'll have something much better coming your way, something that is so much more deserving of your divine essence. So let me uncover this so you can still see it. So then we move on in your second quarter, April, May, June, with routine. And I like to see this because routine is a very important energy when it comes to us human beings, as I was talking to you before about changes and settling. Routine is very good because, you build up some kind of sense of safety and security. It's very good for your root chakra. You may also be looking at your routines, just generally speaking, because if you have dealt with something difficult in the first quarter, you have this Queen of Swords here coming in, and the Queen of Swords is the energy of cutting what no longer serves you, because Queens represents patience, but also the understanding of their suit. Swords being thoughts and communication. This is a Queen that, is analytical. This is someone who's very intelligent and who's going to base decisions on facts. This is someone who's analyzed in the Four of Swords energy. You can see how this has gone up. Someone's analyzed the situation and decided, right, I've outgrown this person, this job, this situation, whatever the case may be, or this is not good for me, this person's been bad to me and I've been hurt enough and I'm done with this. I'm moving away from it, I'm cutting this person away, or I'm cutting this job away, or I'm moving to a different location because I'm not happy where I'm living, whatever the case may be. And this is with Temperance and the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, I'm going to jump to this one first. Nine of Swords is the card of worry and anxiety. But this is a card that feeds itself, I like to say. In other words, you're thinking about something that's maybe daunting for you, like if you're going to cut someone or somebody off, you know, your life. And this is becoming like a catch-22. You worry about it, you start extrapolating on what the outcome's going to be, how bad it's going to be, what the repercussions are going to be, and then you go down the rabbit hole. I've been down that rabbit hole so many times. I know a lot about said rabbit hole. So don't think of me as judging. I'm not. But this is a card of courage. This is calling you to look at those thoughts and understand they are just thoughts. Remember that what you focus on will manifest. So you need to redirect your thoughts, and that's why you've got the Temperance energy right in the middle here. This is the card big energy, major arcana, your card for some of you, and this is a card of moderation. This is the card that talks about the middle ground. And if you're born under the Temperance card, this is a card that talks about your incessant pursuit of getting it right for yourself and for others, that, you know, middle ground area. So this is the card that talks about really not stressing about things that not happen, or not stressing about if I do this, this is going to happen, you know, that kind of thing, because you will be in the Queen of Swords energy, and the Queen of Swords doesn't get it wrong, okay, because she's not led by her feelings, she's led by facts. If you analyze facts, if you look at things from this point of view, you can't get it wrong. So temperance in your thoughts, not going down the rabbit hole of negativity, temperance in your words, you know, if you have to deliver some message to somebody, think of your words carefully, match your language to their personality type. Now, this is something I've learned being a teacher for 15 years. If you talk to someone who is a water sign, water energy, very emotional, and you're using pragmatic terms and very practical terms like the Pentacle people, it's not going to work. You need to use emotional language so they understand. If you're talking to a sword person who's very factual and you're using emotional terms, it's not going to work either. They're not going to understand you. They're going to think that you are exaggerating things. So you need to match the vocabulary you're using to the person you are speaking to. And that's what that Temperance card is saying to me. Moderation in how you speak, moderation in your thoughts. Stay in that middle ground based on your routines. You know, routine is incredibly grounding. That's why I said to you, you know, it's very good for your root chakra, which is the center of safety. And then in the third quarter, which is basically, you know, summer, July, August, September, we have sacred space. So this is talking about having like a sanctuary, which can be a new home, it can be, you know, anywhere where you live, a flat or whatever, and where you feel safe. And I'm getting this energy of really the pursuit of, you know, routines and safety in the year. This is also very linked to the Temperance energy. So this is where the focus will be for you during July, August and September. And so the Two of Pentacles being here makes sense. This is the card of weighing up your options. Coins energy, this earth energy, which is to do with financial assets, jobs, careers and your home. This is you weighing up your options in a pragmatic way. You may be looking at your budget, you may be looking at moving home to find your sacred space, because it's going to be, you know, it's the Chariot year next year, and it's a year where people are going to be relocating and moving a lot. So there may be this idea. And with the Fool energy, again, major arcana, this is a big energy of taking a leap of faith. Now, the Fool is being presented with a new opportunity and having to take a risk. It's looking at this opportunity or life through the eyes of a child, okay? Because the Fool is always depicted with a tiny satchel or even nothing sometimes, depending on the deck. And that represents the fact that they don't have baggage with them. They can go wherever they want because they don't have material possessions with them that are keeping them anchored. And they also have not been wounded by life yet. So they kind of, it's not recklessness, but they're kind of, ignorant that you can get hurt. So it's much easier for them to jump, just like a child looks at things with wonder because they've not been hurt yet. So this is the energy that you are being asked to embrace. Weigh up your options and then take a big leap of faith, because this is going to be something brand new for you. And it will bring a change. The 5 of coins, 5 is the energy of change, as I always say to you, because you are under the number 5, Hierophant and Temperance. It's the disruption of a stable energy, to find your true voice, to find your true direction. So, this is an energy that you should be familiar with. And the 5 of coins is an energy of a deep change happening in your physical world, whether we're talking about a deep change in your career or a change of location. If your sacred space is not where you are right now, you may feel the need, the intense need to move somewhere else or move back if you have moved recently to another place. And it will require a big leap of faith, which is not always easy to take, obviously, because we've all been hurt. But it will bring a big change in your physical realm. So for some of you, as I said, there may be a relocation coming about so that you may find your sacred space, and you may be looking at your finances for that. And then at the end of the year, October, November, December, we have ghosts. Now, obviously, this is happening around Samhain, and the veil is thin, so I was not surprised to see the card come up, because very often at the end of the year, we deal with energies from the past. So the card of ghosts is thinking about what has gone. And it can be anything. It can be somebody in a relationship that ended, anything, or a job that you changed. But with the Knight of Wands, I'm inclined to see that it could be linked to somebody. Now the Knight of Wands, and that's the energy of your card, represents someone who takes action and someone who just follows their passions and desires, okay? They don't stop. It's a very fast energy. They are very charismatic, but they do not have the experience of the king, okay? So there is a hint of inexperience there. So this may represent somebody you had a relationship with that ended. If I read the Three of Swords as the Rider-Waite-Smith version, but if I read it as a Tarot de Marseille reader, the Three of Swords is the energy of a mental breakthrough. It brings you a victory because it follows the Two of Swords, which is being undecisive because your guard is up and you don't want to move. So it may well be, depending on which threads you're on, that you have a mental breakthrough and you decide to reach out to this person because this person is your soulmate. The Two of Cups represents a very special partnership. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic partnership, it can well be, but it can be a friend, it can be a family member who you had a fallout with, it could be a business partner, whatever the case may be. But it could be you taking action and having this epiphany, mental breakthrough, and contacting this person. It could be this person doing this towards you. You can reverse the role. Or it could be you breaking up with this person because there's another relationship coming your way that is more fated for you, a better match. And there's another special message, and I have to say it's very specific, so please, if it doesn't apply to you, just ignore it. But I'm also getting a message from ancestors. They're saying to me basically that they regret what happened, and yeah, that's what they're saying. They regret what happened, and this is coming from someone who had the energy of this Knight of Wands, and they're saying they were rash, and they regret the pain that they caused you. But that's a special message, and that will be for the people who have been probably hurt in the first quarter. That's someone who's passed on, basically. So it's very specific, because it's when I mean ancestors, in this case I just mean someone who's passed on during the year, or recently, just before. As I said, special message not for all of you. Otherwise, it's just to do with you meeting your soulmate, or someone contacting you, coming back, and you realize that they are your soulmate, or they've realized that you're their soulmate, and yeah, you're gonna have to deal with this energy, whether you decide to go for it or whether you don't. Obviously, it will be entirely up to you. Another special message: if you are relocating and moving back to where you came from, this could be you taking action as the Knight of Wands, having this mental breakthrough, this epiphany that this is what you need to do. And the Two of Cups in that respect will then represent you being aligned with your higher self, your conscious self and your higher self being completely aligned in a perfect partnership. So it may well be that for some of you too. So, sorry, I was getting lots of different messages for the last quarter. It seemed important that I explained all of that. So, very interesting year for you. There's going to be a lot of growth happening, and big changes. I really see a big change, particularly around the summer. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you found this helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for the support you've given me this year, and if you are new, thank you for being here. Your time is your most precious commodity. I really appreciate it, and I am very humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a truly fantastic 2023, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.